What's happening? I noticed I noticed that half the people said your new microphone is awesome, and then about half the people said your new microphone sucks. there's no pleasing anybody. Depends on who you ask, what time of the day. Um, Important aspect of photography that really a lot of people screw up on. And constantly, if you're getting into wedding photography and portrait photography, unless you've got an indoor studio and some speed lights or studio strobes, the three primary things that people really screw up on, and they're constantly thinking about, you know, uh, their gear and, you know, uh, what they're going to charge and, looking professional. And the things that they forget are location scouting and mentally preparing for the shoot and stroking the client's back. And what the hell does that mean? Let's start with the third one first. And this is really, really important because, my God, you could just have the most gorgeous model in the world or, you know, just whoever, like a corporate shoot. And if you show up like a dentist with a pair of pliers and it's like, hey, go over there, I want you to do that. Yeah, and you just can't be doing that sort of stuff. You can't. Obviously, different clientele, and I've been working with the public most of my life. That's probably how I lost my hair. You can't be doing that sort of stuff. I mean, you have to be, constantly cajoling them, making jokes, especially if you got a female model. The two things that they love most is to be, women are going to call this sexist. I don't give a damn. It works, period. Is compliment them and have an awesome sense of humor, start making jokes. And man, you talk about using the right gear and having the right lighting. One thing that will show up on your picture, even if you've got the exact same exposure and that exact same lighting and the same lens and the same model, is that there's a world of difference if they got the same pose. What will really translate in whether they're inept or whether they're skilled or whether they're photogenic or not. Half of the time that people complain about someone not being photogenic, it's not the case. It's that the photographer is like a dentist. They're like, yeah, raise your arm up that way. Yeah, could you move a little bit to the left? I mean, I see that all the time, and that crap doesn't work. I mean, you got to be cutting jokes and, saying, oh, that's awesome, I mean, even if it sucks. And not your photography or how you're composing them, but, you'll crank it. You'll dial it in there the best you can. I mean, what you can't fix in the shoot, you can erase the warts and the blemishes in Lightroom and Photoshop, but you gotta make them pop. There's certain things that make the image pop. Obviously, shadow, diffuse, specular, rendition, and micro contrast. But there's another sort of pop, and that is making the little kids pop. If that means bringing a stuffed bunny rabbit in your camera bag because you're going to be shooting some little rugrats, then that's exactly what the hell you do. Or if you're shooting, a family, you're going to have a certain demeanor, but, make them laugh and, just don't, if you act like, I've seen a lot of photographers act like a dentist at a shoot, and it's like, that crap doesn't work. Second thing is you need to be rolling over your brain because you'll have enough to worry about, not worry, enough to think about when you're on the shoot, is thinking about how you plan. You have some idea of what the model looks like, whether they're positive sides, whether they're negative sides, and how you want to pose them, and exactly the sort of shoot that you're going to be rolling through in your head, so you need to be mentally prepared. And the same thing with sports. They say winning the game, half of winning the game is starts before you ever enter the game or start the game, by being mentally prepared. And it's the same thing on going any photography shoot, whether that is a real estate shoot where you're not posing anybody but the house, or a wedding shoot, certainly so. First thing, back to the first statement, is scouting locations. And that also means scouting times. If Mother Nature doesn't comply, then you always got to have a backup. You show up and the weather's bad, have a backup. Someone's taking the time out of their day. What are you going to do? Well, the weather's bad. Maybe we could do this, and we could hit back in the studio and rearrange. Scout locations. I mean, I've got locations scouted here locally. I've got locations scouted in Fort Myers, Florida at my other house. So wherever you're at, or even if you're going to be showing up somewhere else, whip on your iPhone while you're on the jet heading to, a shoot in Timbuktu you've never been to before, and start thinking of beautiful places if you're going to be doing location shoots of what it is you're going to be doing, or if it's going to be a wedding shoot. Take a look at a Google map at the grounds that are around the hotel. I mean, you're going to be taking a bunch of, shots inside the hotel. It's like, well, you could crank it down to f1.4 and bokeh the hell out of the background. But, how about a little bit better scenery and location scout? There's something a wise photographer does. Location scout the place, even if you've never been there before, by going on Google Maps and doing a walk around or a look around. It's like, oh, by the way, there's a gazebo in the back of the hotel and it's got a view of the beach. I'll take the bride there after the wedding reception and we'll get some nice shots of the sunrise or sunset or whatever. So you're going to have to always be thinking of those three things, and that'll make your shoots roll along a lot better. And that way, when you get all the crap out of your head and you've prepared for the shoot, then you're not cluttering. The one thing you need to declutter between you and the composition and the shot is your camera. You should have done that before you're doing any shoots. But in addition to doing that, you're going to have to scout your location if you haven't already. You're going to have to be pre-planning what it is you're going to do, and you're going to have to not act like a dentist when you're shooting somebody. Because, you can have the best lighting in the world and the best camera gear in the world, but, if the client looks like you're about to yank their teeth, then the picture is going to suck ass. And it's just that simple. And nobody talks about this. It's just another thing that burns my ass. You'll see all sorts of seminars from professional photographers, and we're like, well, this is the right lighting, and I've done that. I've got more great shots by shooting the BS and making crazy jokes, make people laugh, and giving them compliments while you're shooting, and then man, the shots roll, and you can actually feel that right through the camera, and you either be the best photographer in the world, you could be old Avedon, and if you've you look like someone is about to take a prison picture and throw someone in jail, then the shots aren't not going to shine well. And that's so important, and nobody even talks about that sort of stuff. So anyway, I've flapped my lips enough, and I'll catch you later. And check out my prior video on the best camera strap in the world. It's my invention, and my God, I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. Man, I really, really hit it out of the park with this one. Everything the Black Rapid strap is not my invention. My camera strap is. So, and I show you how to build it. So, thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye.